Shalom. Brother Aaron, Royal Regime of Yahushua. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Today we have a lesson titled 666, the mark. 666, the mark. Okay, we have to somewhat speak in code words, somewhat around because of the YouTube guidelines, okay, the censoring, the whole thing, they're stripping channels and giving strikes, okay, what they would call quote-unquote misinformation, okay, so we're going to somewhat speak in code, but once again, 666, the mark, and this is a high time of prophecy. This is actually the time that we're living in right now, okay. This mark is about to be forced and pushed and promoted upon the whole earth, okay. You're going to start hearing about it real soon, your media, your television, sports, entertainment, social media, you name it. They're about to start pushing and promoting this upon the whole world. According to the Bible, the whole world, they're going to attempt to get to receive this. Okay, they're going to try to make it receive it. Okay, but the purpose of this lesson is to warn you so you can know what it is before they start pushing it and promoting you, and you'll know not to take it.
It's a company in Wisconsin offering employees microchips to replace ID badges. It's hosting a chip day party to implant the devices in the employees. And our guy Ron Mott is at the party. Hey, Ron, how is it?
Hey, Hoda and Matt, good morning to you both. You know, we all know people complain that their companies treat them like machines. Well, Three Square Market is sticking it to their folks today using these needles. Now, let me show you first what this microchip looks like. It is about the size of a grain of basmati rice. So Patrick here is the CIO. Andy is a licensed body piercer. So let it rip. We're going to see this now.
I got it.
I can't look. I can't look. Needle is in. Chip is in.
Bingo.
Not very much blood at all. Patrick, how'd that feel?
Better than get my wisdom teeth out.
Okay, and you're still conscious.
Yeah, I'm great.
Melissa got chipped yesterday, but you had to be talked into doing this. How long did it take you to say yes to this?
I was a little hesitant at first, but I had 7 days to think about it. And once I learned the facts, there was no question in my mind.
Okay, one last thing we want to show you over here, Hoda and Matt. Go ahead, Steve. They can buy their goodies here in the break room by just using their hand. Real quickly, he's going to get a Kit Kat bar. And it's paid for $1.06, guys. So the question again, as we asked you last week, are you ready to be chipped, guys? Let's send it back to you.
Wow. I'm kind of I don't know that I would do it.
No?
Would you do it?
I don't, for the convenience of it,
Yeah.
maybe?
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not for a Kit Kat bar. Maybe for a Klondike.
Yeah, exactly.
Certainly not a Kit Kat.
Rob, thanks. Hey, let's go to Dylan. Dylan's got more. You've been asking folks about it.
We've asked on Twitter, would you be willing to have a microchip implanted? And not surprisingly, 93% said no.
Okay, once you take this, or if you take this, there is no salvation for those who take the mark of the beast. Okay, you're damned or doomed for eternity. All right, so let's open up in Ezekiel chapter 3. We're going to read verses 17 through 19.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning for me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So
you see that the job of the preacher or the prophet is to warn the people. Any evil, any iniquity, any trouble coming, the job of a watchman, if he's what he call himself, a pastor, a man of God, the watchman's job is to warn the people from his iniquity. If the person does not repent and they continue on in their sin and iniquity and they die, yes, they will have to pay for their own sins. However, we just read, the watchman is also responsible. He's going to, part of that blood on the person or the people is going to be on the hand of the watchman or the preacher. Why? Because he didn't do his job. He did not warn the people. Continue.
Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
But if the watchman do his job and warn the people, even if they don't repent, okay, the wicked still gonna die, and the blood is gonna be up on their hands, but the watchman is clean. He did his job. The blood is not gonna be on the watchman's hand because he warned the people. He did his job. Okay, and what's so sad, what verse you in?
That's the end of verse 19.
Okay, good. What's so sad in the day, people who's supposed to be preachers, pastors, or whatever, they crickets on this topic. They actually coming out right now. This is what's in the news right now. Current date, 2022 of this month, right now, August, what is this, August 25th, 26th at the time of this recording. This is what they're actually starting to push and promote within the media over the whole earth right now. So this is real live time prophecy coming to pass, but yet the so-called preachers or watchmen ain't saying a word about it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna do my job, and I'm warning the people, whether they hear or whether they forbear. But if you ever come across this video, you cannot say you didn't know. All right, let's open up with Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. And you don't have it. I'll go ahead. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, AJ, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Okay, woe. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth of the sea. Woe means destruction, trouble. Why? Because the devil has come down having great wrath, because he knows he has a short time. His time is almost up. His time of rulership is over. Okay, so what this is saying, he's going to come with everything he got. Why? Because he knows he's out of there. Every bit of hell, trick, evil, wickedness that he has, he's about to put up on this whole earth right now. Why? Because his time is short. Jump to verse 17. Read me verse 17.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
The dragon was wroth with the woman. The woman, according to the precepts, is talking about Israel, the nation of Israel. The dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. That's talking about the descendants, us today, the so-called Israelites, the seed of Jacob. Went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Come on.
With the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Yahushua.
With the remnant of her seed that keep. This is telling you what the seed is going to be doing. Those who are the remnant of her seed, the devil is going to have a problem and make war with those who keep the commandments of the Lord and has the testimony of Yahushua. Okay, that's who he's after. Those who keep the laws of God and the faith in Yahushua Mashiach. Okay, this is what this whole battle, this whole war is really about. The seed, sons of Jacob, Israel, our people, verse that dragon, that serpent is talking about the physical manifestation or the physical counterpart of Esau, Edom, the white man. This is what this whole battle, two dominions of rulerships. One is ending, his time is up, he has a little time left. The other nation is being birthed or risen up, the seed, nation of Israel before your eyes. Okay, from there, let's get Revelations chapter 6. And we're going to read verses 3 and 4.
Book of Revelation chapter 6, verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard a second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Okay, giving unto him a great sword. And that red horse, by the way, that's the spiritual, but in the physical, this red horse is representing Esau, Edom. Okay, we all know Esau, Edom's blessing was the sword, which is his weaponry. Okay, everything from the gun to nuclear warfare to biological warfare, chemical, disease, you name it. That all goes under the broad category of his sword. Okay, so a sword was given into this red horse to go kill a large percentage of people. Okay, this precepts to what we just read, Revelation 12:12, about the serpent, knowing that his time is short, the dragon, so he's coming down with great wrath. All right, from there, let's get Revelations 13. Revelations chapter 13, Cameron, AJ, whichever one of y'all get it first. Revelations chapter 13. And I want verse 16.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads.
Okay, he calls it both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. Same, who are we talking about? Same people saying the past two precepts, this red horse or the same dragon, Revelations 12:12, the physical counterpart of Esau, Edom. This is what it's talking about. It's not going to be one mysterious boogeyman antichrist that come and forcing this mark up on everybody. This is talking about a system. This is a worldwide antichrist system led by what you would call, who runs the earth? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. This is ultimately who's behind this. The top families, what you would call Rothschilds, your Bilderbergers, Bill Gates, okay? But even trickling all the way down, you got a lot of political people and high power, government officials, they all working together. Okay, start over, read that from the top one more time. Verse 16.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their foreheads.
In their right hands or in their forehead. It's telling you specifically where this mark is going to go, and it's telling you who all he calls to get it. Small and great, that's everybody, whether you low status on the toll pole, everybody from the garbage man, your Walmart worker, all the way up to the great, what you would call maybe presidents or governors, high rulers, rich and poor, don't matter your financial status, your social status. This thing is going to be forced upon the whole world. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. Come on. Verse 17.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Okay, and no man might buy or sell, except you got this mark. Buy or sell falls under everything. That's your bills, that's food, that's water, that's clothes, that's anything you could think of. Going to work, your job, you will not be able to function in this society, period. Your way of life is over without this mark. Okay, so this is why they setting up this system to go to the whole world, everybody. They're going to have it to the point where basically you can't exist. You can't function in society without this mark. You can't buy, can't sell, you can't stay nowhere, there's nothing you can do. Okay, this is what the devil, this is what this man is promoting and pushing on this whole earth. All right, from there, let's get Psalms 94, and we're going to read verse 20. But while you're getting that, I want to point out something again in Revelations. Verse 16, Revelation 13:16, notice it says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. How is he going to cause it though? That's the question. What do you mean he calls it? He's going to put a gun to people's head? Eventually maybe, but not right away. Okay, the majority of people are going to flock to this for what we just read, that no man may either buy or sell except they receive the mark. And we seen this with the last pandemic. All they said, people volunteered to go get that, that jab. They didn't have to force nobody to do nothing. Eventually, you had some who wasn't. They say, you know what? You can't work here. A lot of jobs, a corporation, a lot of employers start requiring. You don't get it, you can't work here. What happened? The majority, everybody folded. You keep their job. I really don't want to do this, but my employers, I can't work here if I do this. They say our annual trip, our cruise, our travel, our vacation. We can't go here. We can't travel here unless we take the little thingamajig. Okay, so a lot of people folded. This is why the Lord says, come out of her, my people. You can't have no attachments with it in this world. If you have attached to anything in this world or something keeping you here, you're going to fold. This is why he says, no man, you can't love, roughly paraphrasing, you can't love mother, father, son, daughter, nobody more than me. Because a lot of people going to fold for family. I got kids. My kids got to eat. I got to do. I really don't want to do that, but I can't work. How my kids going to eat? I got a family. You see that? You have to have everybody on this earth is about to be tested like never before. You have to have the most ultimate level of faith to get through these times we're about to go through. But remember, it says he calls it. How is he going to cause? Read what I told you. Psalms 94, verse 20.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of the iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
Hold on. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by what?
A law.
which frame it mischief by law. So it's letting you know mischief is what? Wickedness. Corrupt laws or decrees, they do it through that law. They sign certain things into laws or petitions, or they make it law, but it's wicked. For example, a lot of things, even the Civil Rights Bill. Civil rights started out, we know the struggle, so-called black, African-American people in the 50s and 60s, Jim Crow. That's how it started. That's what they signed it under. That was supposed to be the face of civil rights. Look what civil rights movement has turned into today. LGBT, homosexual, transgender, pedophilia. It represents every other thing or abomination besides what it was supposed to defend and represent black people. Just giving you an example. This is what it means they frame mischief by law. Okay, they use the law to promote this wickedness. So back to Revelation 13:16, when they say he calls it both small and great, rich and poor to receive a mark. Now we learning how he's going to cause it. They're not going to put a gun to nobody's head in the beginning. Now we're going to read later, eventually, yeah, it's going to escalate to physical. Okay, so once again, he framed it. Read it one more time, verse 20.
He shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law.
Okay, so that's how he's going to cause him to receive his mark. He's going to frame his mischief by law. I'm going to get a couple precepts on that. Let's get Daniel 8. Daniel chapter 8, I want verses 24 through 25.
The book of Daniel chapter 8, verse 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper, and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Talking about this Antichrist system. But notice what it says. He's going to destroy wonderfully. Pick it up from there. Destroy wonderfully.
Destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper, and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Okay, the mighty and the holy people is talking about who? The children of Israel. That's us, the children of Israel. This, once again, showing you who this whole thing is going to be targeted against. That's why we read earlier, Revelation 12, verse 17. His whole beef is with the woman. He went to make war with the woman and the remnant of her seed, which is the children of Israel. Okay, continue.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
And through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Policy is what? Laws. That's decrees. It's showing you how he's going to cause both small and great, rich and poor to receive this mark. They're going to set it up eventually. They're going to make it mandatory through that law. Everybody, if you so-called a citizen of the world, you have to have this. This is how they're going to do it. They're going to make it a mandatory law. Okay, from there, let's get another precept. I want Daniel 6. Actually, look at a little story of Daniel. Just show you how they made Daniel. They formed a wicked decree, a law, to get Daniel to try to do something. Daniel chapter 6, we're going to read 1 through 16.
The book of Daniel chapter 6, verse 1. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom, and over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give account unto them, and the king shall have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him. And the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Okay, so Daniel had favor. He was set up in a high position over a lot of other officials and important people. Continue.
Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occasion nor fault. For as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
So you see that the government officials and people, they looking for something against Daniel. They looking for an occasion, something to condemn or accuse him. Okay, something just like with Israelites today, for the most part, they can't really come at us. We're law-abiding citizens. We don't break no laws or do nothing. For the most part, we abide, keep all the laws of the land, just like the Bible tells you. You keep all the laws of the land until it conflicts with the word of God. So this is what Daniel was doing. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He's a good, stand-up, righteous dude for the most part. But they're looking for an occasion or something to get him caught up, something to get him in some type of trouble. Continue.
Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God.
Whoa, read that part again.
Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God.
We can't find nothing wrong or no offenses to convict or accuse this Daniel of unless we come up with something against the law of his God. He's going to keep all the laws of the land. He don't do nothing wrong. But if we can find some type of law that conflicts with him serving his God, then we got it. We got him. Why? Because we know he's faithful to his God. He's not going to violate the laws of his God. This is what they're saying. Continue.
Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors, and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions.
Okay, now look at what they did. It said all the presidents, kings, governments, the princes, councils, and captains all appoint government officials, law enforcement, local officials, your senators, mayor, anybody you could think that's within the system of government or power. They all conspired together. They all came together, just like in these last days, what you're going to have. When they get ready to push this thing on earth, they come in with government, local law enforcement, top senators, government, all of them going to be worked together. This is what it's showing. It's one, they're on one accord for one goal. This is what they did. They all got together. They passed this decree or this law that said no man can pray to his God. Ask a decree for what? 30 days? Ask anything. You cannot pray to your God for 30 days. Okay, but what did they know? Daniel was faithful to his God. He prayed 3 times a day, at least religiously. Okay, so continue.
Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing that it be not changed, according to the law of Medes and Persians, which altered not. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he knelt upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime.
See that? He did his same routine. They didn't change a thing with Daniel. He was going to keep serving and praying to his God. And by the way, if you look, I say King Darius signed the decree. Just bring it up to modern times right now. This man we got in office right now, he has never been a president to sign more executive orders and laws than this man. And if you're paying attention to some of the stuff that he's signing, it's some outrageous type of stuff. I'm talking about the strip. People have no more rights. Okay? You're talking about all your rights under the type of laws and executive orders that this man passed. All right? Continue.
Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions?
And I see these same people. And this is exactly showing you how it's going to be in the time we coming in these last days. You always got the people sitting back watching. Notice somebody saw them. They sitting back, they watching, just watching Daniel, trying to get him caught up. No, he praying to his God. So now they run back to the king. Oh king, didn't you just sign a decree saying anybody caught praying to their God should be cast in the den with the lions? And this is showing you how it's going to work. They depend on other people to do their bidding for them. The local people that's around you, your day-to-day life, a lot of times co-workers, a lot of your same, believe it or not, like the Bible say, friends and families, they're going to be the first ones to turn you in. Okay? They finna start demonizing Israelites. Anybody, these same laws or examples, that's why Romans 15:4 say the things that were written before time were written for our learning. This is how we know the future. Okay? Nothing new under the sun, Ecclesiastes tells us. It's going to go down this exact same way. They're going to sign them unlawful or the wicked decrees, protect all of it based around, remember who the remnant, who the dragon had beef with. Israel, the woman, and the remnant of her seed, which is our people. Those who keep the commandments of God. So they're going to do the same thing. They're going to come up with some type of wicked laws that conflict with the law of God. And it's going to be used to come against those who call themselves Israelites. Okay, but it's showing you they're going to depend on other people. That's why they've pushed the past several years. They got a cliche, see something, say something. Okay, so it's going to come from people you know. Once again, those same niggas that's always sitting back watching. Don't say it, just watch it. That's letting you know who it's going to be. Those will be the ones to turn you in, the ones when they make these false lies, these false, these wicked laws or decrees, these are going to be the ones to give you up just like they did Daniel. Oh, king, didn't you sign the decree? Continue.
The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which altered not. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is in the children of the captivity of Judah, regarded not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored to the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then these men assembled unto the king, and said unto the king, know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is, that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed.
Now you see this? The king really didn't want to do nothing with Daniel. The king actually liked Daniel. He knew Daniel was an upright, just man. Remember, he had promoted him through all his problems. And Daniel had a real good high position. But look at what these Negroes did. These same wicked individuals. Oh, king, what? Look. Didn't you just sign this decree? Said nobody. What they said, nobody can violate the law. Once you sign this, nobody is above this. See, so the king, he didn't really want to come at Daniel like that, but they used his own law, his decree against him. He reminded him, look, you said this, nobody is above your law. So now it's like his hand is forced. He's like, okay, I did sign it. Once again, it's showing you in these last days, once they demonize Israelites, once they pass these certain laws, well, okay, brothers, they're going to make it, like I say, terroristic. Okay, if you see them, these black Hebrew with beards, or fringes, call your local authorities, this and that. Anybody talking about the laws of God, worship it on the Shabbat, a Sabbath day. Anybody talking about salvation is not for everyone. Anybody saying the word Esau, Edom, or the white man, things of this nature. This is what they're about to start promoting and pushing. Okay, and this is showing you how it's going to go down. These are the same ones who've been sitting back watching the whole time. For a lot of us, they've been hating our guts the whole time, who just soon as they start coming with these unjust laws and decrees, these are going to be the ones doing it. Hey, I got one over here. I got one over here. Then all his videos, this is it. This is how it's going to go down. Okay, continue.
Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God, whom thy servest continually, he will deliver thee.
See that? Before, when they threw Daniel in the lion's den, the king knew what was up. Okay, before he shut the door, sealed the rock or whatever, he told Daniel, he said, your God that you serve on word, he's going to deliver you. Continue.
Verse 17.
Oh, that was the end of 16? All right, good. And if you continue reading, of course, we know the story. The Lord did deliver Daniel. Okay, he was faithful. That same king, he rushed in there the next day. Oh, Daniel. Daniel answered him. See, he actually gave glory to the God of Israel. This is just showing you how in our faithfulness, be faithful to the end. Daniel didn't know the Lord was 100% going to deliver him, but he had faith. This is what it's going to take for us in these last days for what's coming. We have to have a faith like never before. Okay, we have to really, with everything in us, know that the Most High is going to deliver us. Know that Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah is going to see us through. That takes ultimate faith. That's the only way we're going to get through this time what's about to come. All right, let's get, I want another example. Let's go to Daniel chapter 3. And we're going to read 1 through 12.
And that's the same spirit, those people who gave up Daniel, the same spirit that gave up Christ to Pontius Pilate.
I'm glad you said that. Exactly. Same spirit. Nothing new under the sun. Okay, years later, our Lord Yahweh Shah, Pontius Pilate, same thing. His wife even had a bit. This man is innocent. What Pontius Pilate say? I'm washing my hand of the blood. What I find no fault with this man. Who was it? It was his own people. Crucify him, kill him. Even gave him an option. Barnabas, this murderer, Barabbas, or Yahweh Shah, this Jesus. Give us Barabbas, give us the murderer, kill him. So it's showing you this same spirit. You got all these demons that sit back on a lot of these Negroes that once again, always watching, but not for the right reason. Always watching your every move, following you in your business, watching you here come and go. These are the same people. When this time comes, that's how it's going to go down. All right, let's get what I told you, Daniel 3.
Daniel chapter 3, verse 1. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. And he set it up in the plain of Dura, and the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar and the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces, to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Okay, so same thing we just read in Daniel 6. Notice the governor of all the prophets, the rulers, the princes, all your government officials, law enforcement, everything. This is how they gonna push it. They all on one accord. Continue.
Then the princes, governors, and captains, the judges, the treasurers, and the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the province were gathered together unto the dedication, the image of Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then an herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages.
To you it is commanded. Once again, what is this showing you? That unjust law decree, an unrighteous law, made it a law, a command. Come on.
That at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. And whoso falleth not down in worship shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Therefore at the time when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshiped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Okay, real quick, read verse 6 again. AJ, get me, AJ, I can't read one of y'all. Give me Exodus 20, verses 1 through 3.
Daniel chapter 3, verse 6. And whoso falleth not down and worship shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery
Okay,
furnace.
so that was the law of the decree. At the time they hear this noise and the music and all this stuff going on, they had to fall down and worship this golden image, okay, of Nebuchadnezzar set up, okay, which is idolatry. Okay, so obviously that's going to be a problem here with the 3 Hebrew boys we're about to read about in a little bit, but continue on.
Verse 8. Wherefore at the time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O
Verse
king.
8 again. Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. Once again, always showing you, always got them watching, but not for the right reasons. Okay, you got people, I've said this before, but it's true. I know people I've talked to, people watch this video, probably watching right now, but not for edification, not to learn, not to repent, just watching, but not for the right reasons. Always looking, but not for the right reasons. This is what this is showing you over and over. There was always somebody out to get somebody caught up, condemned, or get somebody else in trouble. This is what it's showing you, the same thing over and over again. All right, did you get what I told one of you? Exodus 20, read it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto any these of any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven or above, that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
Okay, so those are some of the commandments. Thou shalt not make any graven image. That first of all, thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Thou shalt not make any graven image and bow down before them. Now back to Daniel 3, what we read. They made an unjust decree, a law, saying whatever time you hear the music and all of this, everybody had to bow down and worship the golden image. Remember what we read earlier, Daniel 6? We won't find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against the law of this God. So this is showing, it's the same playbook throughout history. Same thing they're about to come with now in these last days. They're going to find some type of way to find how, okay, this violates the law of these Hebrew Israelites. Okay, continue.
They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
See this? The king want to know nothing. How did the king find out? One over here, didn't they pass a law say nobody, they still teaching that stuff? They still talking about that? It's the same thing that's finna go down these last days. Same as that playbook. Come on.
And whoso falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast in the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon.
Read that slow. There are certain who?
There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon.
Come on.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
See that? And the reason why they serve not their God and worship the golden image, the precept of scripture you just read, Cameron, in Exodus 20. Thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Thou shalt not make any graven images and bow down and worship them. They were keeping the laws of the God. The same way the true believers and Israelites, even to death, we're going to keep our laws of God. We're going to keep our God's laws. Okay? Like it or not. This is what this is showing you. But it's just showing you everything is going to go down the same way. They're going to come with unjust laws and decrees. They go against the laws of God. And you're going to always have these evil, demonic, hating ass niggas that's sitting back watching. That's going to give you up. That's why I think it's in St. John 16. And this is a few different places in the Gospels. It said you should be betrayed by friends and family and all these. It's the same thing. From now, let's get Revelations. We're going to read Revelation 13. Revelations 13, we read 15 through 17. Cameron, you give me Revelations 2 and 10. And AJ, give me Revelations 20 and 4.
Book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
All right, what verse you read?
That's the end of 18.
Okay, read 15 again.
The Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
See that? He gave life unto the image of the beast, that the beast should both speak, and cause as many that would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. So now we're getting into the physical part. You don't receive this mark in your right hand or forehead, means you don't worship the image of this beast. Eventually, the law is going to be decreed that you be killed. You see? So it's not going to start off that way. It's just going to start. Most people go volunteer. You got some people that's so simple, oh, it's cool. You go to the club, you can order a whole table, a couple of bucks, just scan your, my forehead, scan. Ain't no cash, look at me. They're going to promote it like that for those who real simple. Okay, there's a lot of truth. They're going to run and take it. After that, a lot of people, I don't trust that mess. Like they say, they're going to make it certain employers or certain laws of the crew. You can't work here. You can't do this, you can't do that. Okay, you can't buy, you can't sell. The majority of people at that point gonna fold because that's their whole way of life.
Yep.
Most people don't have, very few people who got that type of faith in the Most High. Okay. That last stage where we read Revelation 13 verse 15, he's gonna cause them to be killed. As many as would not worship the image of the beast or receive his mark, that they should be killed. So the last, that's that last test. Okay, even into your life, even into death. Okay, go back. Look, our example, Daniel in the lion's den. Okay, 3 Hebrew boys. Okay, they wasn't 100% sure the Lord was going to deliver them, but yet they trusted the Lord 110%. This is the same example, same type of faith we have to have in us in the time we coming into. All right, 1 From there, what I told Revelations 2:10, AJ? What read? Whoever got read what you got.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10.
Come on.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the evil shall cast some of you into prison.
No, read that again and read it right.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Come on.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Fear none of those things which you about to suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Now, is this the spiritual demon Satan? Is he going to come from hell with a pitchfork and horns and throw you? That ain't what it's talking about. This is talking about people. The physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, Esau, Edom. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who runs the prison system, the government, all today? This is the same devil that is saying, go cast you into prison. Fear none of those things that thou art about to suffer. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. Esau, Edom, the white man is what we're talking about. Continue.
That ye may be tired.
Just pick it up from the top one more time.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye be tired, and shall
ye be tried,
and have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I give thee a crown of life.
Very good. Okay, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, and you shall be tried and have tribulation. But it says, be thou faithful unto death. That's the key word. Be thou faithful even unto death, even if it costs you your life. Do not take this shit that they finna push and promote on the whole world in your right hand and forehead. In other words, I hate to be so blunt, but I have to be real. No more. We in the last. It's no more sugarcoat. Okay, don't take the shit. Even if it costs you your life, don't take it. And we're gonna read why in a little bit. Okay, take death. Take death is better. Trust me. Take death. Trust the Bible, actually. Okay. From there, let's get what I told you, AJ.
Revelation 20 and 4.
Very good. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witnesses of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark.
So you see that? This is a vision John the Revelator is getting. These are the souls of the ones who were beheaded. Why were they beheaded? They were killed. They were martyrs. Okay, that's not everybody. Every brother, you have a lot of brothers, sisters who are not going to suffer this fate. But there is, according to the prophecy, there is a certain number that will have to be martyred. Okay, and this is the number that it's talking about. He saw the souls of them before the throne that will be beheaded. Why? For the witness of Yahushua. And not only that, because they did not worship the image of his beast or receive his mark. So the penalty for those who don't worship the image of the beast or receive his mark, ultimately, it's going to come down to death for a lot of people. This is what it's showing. Continue.
Neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years.
Very good. See, and that precepts with Cameron just read Revelations 2:10. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you a crown into life. That's automatic salvation. That's automatic. You passed the highest test you could ever pass. You laid down your life. You gave your life for Yahushua. Okay, that's the biggest test. You passed that test. Okay, this is what it's showing you. Some be thrown into prison. Be thou faithful unto death. The precept you just read, Revelation 20 and 4, the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for not worshiping the image or receiving the mark in their foreheads or in their right hands. Okay? This is the number. This is what it's telling you. If it come down to it, you rather fall in this number before you take that crap. This is what it's saying. Because even if it costs you your life, you got salvation. All right, let's get Revelation 14. We read verses 9 through 11. Now we're going to see what happens if you take this mark.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 9.
Come on.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead.
If anybody worship this beast or receive this mark of the beast, his image in their right hand or forehead, come on.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Verse 11. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receives the mark of his name.
Okay, so whoever worship the image of this beast or receive that mark, basically it's saying you're going to drink of the full anger, wrath, hatred of the Lord. Like, no, it's saying the full cup of the Lord's indignation poured out without measure. That means the full measure anger of the Lord, and he ain't going to hold it back. And they shall be tormented with fire and brimstone day and night in the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb. Okay, and by the way, that fire and that brimstone, that nuclear missile, those thermal ballistic nuclear missiles come from the war of Armageddon, or this World War III, that this whole world is about to experience. That's what that's talking about. When they blow up, aka America, Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, NATO, United Nations turn on her and all point their missiles here, as it says in the prophecy. This place will be a big lake of fire. Lake of fire and ashes. Brimstone, lake of fire and ashes. What they call the Western world of America today. This is the future of it. She's going to be a big lake of fire. This is what the world called hell or burning in hell. This is what it's talking about according to the Bible. Okay, that's the judgment for those who receive that mark. The Lord is not going to deliver you. Okay, you're going to go out in the blaze, this Armageddon, and just burn. Burn and burn day and night. That's what it's talking about. All right, from there, Matthew 10, verse 28.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Talking about man. You don't need to fear man. All man can do is kill your body. They can kill you one time. They can't bother your soul. Come on.
But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
See that? But rather fear the Most High. Why? He's able to destroy your body, then destroy your soul again in hell. Okay, that's whom you fear. Not somebody that just power cut you, whatever. One time, one and done, you out of there. Ain't no more suffering. Rather fear him that can take you out physically, then after that, destroy you for eternity. Okay, that's who you fear, talking about the Most High. So if it really come down to it, yeah, who want to suffer, who want to be tortured, who want to be killed? But at the same time, I would damn sure rather take my chances and suffer one time in this life than have to, the Lord put me to death here, then on the other side, suffer some more. This is what it's saying. Okay, so if you go fear, have that fear towards the Most High, and that's a righteous fear, saying, okay, well, Lord, I'm just going to serve you right to the best of my ability. Why? Because I fear, I'm going to trust that you're going to save me and deliver me. I fear you more than I fear this man, this devil that's trying to push this wickedness over the whole earth. That's basically what it's saying. Let's get Matthew 16, verses 24, 25.
And keep in mind, it's all for temporary gain.
That's it. And that's what we're about to read right now. Most people are going to fall at the end of the day. It's already, the majority of people are going to fold and take this shit because of what we're about to read.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it.
And that's the key. Whosoever shall seek to save his life gonna lose it. Most people are gonna try to save their life. Well, wait a minute. You say if I don't take this mark, I can't work here? How am I gonna feed my family? How am I gonna do it? Wait a minute. If I don't get this mark or this chip, I can't buy, I can't sell. Where am I gonna stay? Where am I live? I'm gonna be homeless. You see what I'm saying? Most people who we just read are gonna seek to save their life. It says he that seek to what?
For whosoever will save save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it.
See that? Most people go seek to save their life and they're going to end up losing their life. Spiritual or eternity. Why? Because they're going to fight to save this here. Wait a minute, you mean my house? I'm going to be put out, I work my whole life, the pictures, my retirement, my 401k. I'm going to lose my home, my cars, my little 40, 50,000 I got saved up in the bank. Most people gonna try to save their life. I'm not finna let that go. Hell no. What I gotta do, they gonna seek to save their life, they gonna end up losing their life. But he that loseth his life for my sake, read that boy, verse 25.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
See that? Well, so whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it. A lot of us who came into this truth, you serving Yahweh, we lost our life a long time ago. Long time ago. Okay? The mockery, the laughter, the hatred, the inside jokes, the world, the holidays, okay? A lot of friends, families, a lot of things we used to do, a lot of things we love to do in times past in the flesh before we came, before the Lord woke us up. We lost all of that. And some of us then lost a hell of a lot more than that. Some people then lost their spouses. One, the Lord called one into this, the husband or the wife wasn't trying to have it. Okay, a lot of people then lost children. Okay, so it's coming down to that. A lot of us gonna have to lose some things, but it's showing you it's so much worth it. On the other side, you gain so much more is what it's saying. So don't seek to save your life, and it's all we coming into. Let this shit go. The Bible tells you this world is passing away. It ain't nothing you got on this side in this life of this world that's more valuable, more important than you getting the kingdom. Let that job go. Let them houses, cars,
Temporary things.
even the spouse, the kids, if they coming in the way of you serving the Lord in sincerity, let it go. Choose the Lord is what it's saying. All right, let's get Revelations 12, and I want verse 11. One of y'all grab that. Whoever get it first. Revelations 12, and I want verse 11.
Revelations 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death.
See that? Talking about the saints, the Israelites. Okay, they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, talking about the faith, the blood of Yahushua, and the word of the testimony. And the key, that last part, it says they love not their lives into the death. Meaning even if it costs our life, whatever, that's what it so be. The Lord, thy will be done. See that? They overcame him by the word, the blood of the Lamb, the word of his testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. What we just read in Matthew 16, verse 24, 25. Yep. He that seek to save his life shall lose it, but he that loseth his life for my name's sake shall find it. Okay, that's all it is. You have to have, you got to be God over mammon, God over the world. Right, God over everything. That's the only way we're gonna get through these times. Let's get a couple more. Revelations 3:10. AJ Cameron, whoever get that first. Revelation chapter 3, I'm on verse 2.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 10.
Come on.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try thee.
Okay, because thou have kept the word of my patience, meaning it's true. Because you kept the faith, because you've been obedient, Lord, you sought the Lord. Before all this hell broke loose, as soon as the Lord woke you up, you've been trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You've been trying to the best of your ability. You've been seeking Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. You know you're Israelite. You've been doing everything you can to the best of your ability. Don't mean you perfect, but at least you've been sincerely trying in truth and sincerity. The Lord said, because you kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation that shall come upon the whole earth, to try all that dwell upon the earth. That hour of temptation, that's exactly what it's talking about, the mark of the beast. That's exactly what it's talking about. Every single person on this earth is going to be tested very soon. You're gonna have your own individual test when it comes to these. Do I take this? Do I not take this? This is what it's talking about. Because those of us who trust in the Lord, seeking the Lord, because we kept the word of his patience, okay, he's going to keep us through that. He's going to spare us. So it's not for us to fear. It's not for us to panic. Not for us to lose our minds, go crazy. It's for us to continue to trust in the Most High like never before. Okay? I want to close out with Psalms 34, verse 19. Because it's not about fear mongering. It ain't about none of that, but it's about speaking the truth. A lot of times in this society, you know, they'll hear a man of God, a prophet, to speak, thus says the Lord. Oh, that's evil, that's hatred, that's fear mongering. No, those are the words of the Lord. That's who you gonna wish would have warned your ass. Real soon, when this economy clash and all this hell break loose, you gonna wish you would have listened, took heed to the prophets.
Psalms chapter 34, verse 19.
Come on.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous,
Many are the afflictions of the right. Many problems, many tribulations. Come on.
but the Lord delivereth him out of them all.
See that? But the Lord delivered us out of every one of them, out of them all. So that's been 666 to Mark. With that, I pray you get some understanding. Till next time, shalom.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it.
And that's the key. Whosoever shall seek to save his life, gonna lose it. Most people gonna try to save their life. Well, wait a minute. You say if I don't take this mark, I can't work here? How am I gonna feed my family? How am I gonna do it? Wait a minute. If I don't get this mark or this chip, I can't buy, I can't sell. Where am I gonna stay? Where am I gonna live? I'm gonna be homeless. You see what I'm saying? Most people who we just read are gonna seek to save their life. It says he that seek to what?
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it.
See that? Most people gonna seek to save their life and they gonna end up losing their life. Spiritual or eternity. Why? Because they gonna fight to save this here. Wait a minute, you mean my house? I'm gonna be put out, I work my whole life, the pensions, my retirement, my 401k. I'm gonna lose my home, my cars, my little 40, 50,000 I got saved up in the bank. Most people gonna try to save their life. I'm not finna let that go. Hell no. What I gotta do? They gonna seek to save their life. They gonna end up losing their life.
Anyway.
But he that loseth his life for my sake, read that boy, verse 25.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
See that? Well, so whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it. A lot of us who came into this truth, came you serving Yahushua, we lost our life a long time ago. Long time ago. Okay? The mockery, the laughter, the hatred, the inside jokes, the world, the holidays, okay? A lot of friends, families, a lot of things we used to do, a lot of things we love to do. In times past, in the flesh, before we came, before the Lord woke us up, we lost all of that. And some of us then lost a hell of a lot more than that. Some people then lost their spouses. One, the Lord called one into this, the husband or the wife, wasn't trying to have it. Okay, a lot of people then lost children. Okay, so it's coming down to that. A lot of us gonna have to lose some things, but it's showing you it's so much worth it. On the other side, you gain so much more is what it's saying. So don't seek to save your life, and it's all we coming into. Let this shit go. The Bible tells you this world is passing away. It ain't nothing you got on this side in this life of this world that's more valuable, more important than you getting the kingdom. Let that job go. Let them houses, cars,
Temporary things.
even the spouse, the kids, if they coming in the way and you serving the Lord in sincerity, let it go. Choose the Lord is what it's saying. All right, let's get Revelations 12, and I want verse 11. One of y'all grab that. Whoever get it first. Revelations 12, and I want verse 11.
Revelations 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death.
See that? Talking about the saints, the Israelites. Okay? They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, talking about the faith, the blood of Yahushua, and the word of the testimony. And the key, that last part, it says they love not their lives into the death. Meaning even if it costs our life, whatever, that's what it so be. The Lord, thy will be done. See that? They overcame him by the word, the blood of the Lamb, the word of his testimony, and they love not their lives unto the death. What we just read in Matthew 16, verse 24, 25. Yep. He that seek to save his life shall lose it, but he that loseth his life for my name's sake shall find it. Okay, that's all it is. You have to have, you gotta be God over mammon, God over the world. Right, God over everything. That's the only way we're gonna get through these times. Let's get a couple more. Revelations 3:10. AJ Cameron, whoever get that first. Revelation chapter 3, I'm on verse 2.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 10.
Come on.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try thee. That's
Okay,
what-
because thou hast kept the word of my patience, meaning it's true. Because you kept the faith, because you've been obedient, Lord, you sought the Lord. Before all this hell broke loose, as soon as the Lord woke you up, came, you've been trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You've been trying to the best of your ability. You've been seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. You know you're Israelite. You've been doing everything you can to the best of your ability. Don't mean you perfect, but at least you've been sincerely trying in truth and sincerity. The Lord said, because you kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation that shall come upon the whole earth, to try all that dwell upon the earth. That hour of temptation, that's exactly what it's talking about, the mark of the beast. That's exactly what it's talking about. Every single person on this earth is going to be tested very soon. You're gonna have your own individual test when it comes to these. Do I take this? Do I not take this? This is what it's talking about. Because those of us who trust in the Lord, seeking the Lord, because we kept the word of his patience, okay, he's going to keep us through that. He's going to spare us. So it's not for us to fear. It's not for us to panic. Not for us to lose our minds, go crazy. It's for us to continue to trust in the Most High like never before. Okay? I want to close out with Psalms 34, verse 19. Because it's not about fear-mongering. It ain't about none of that, but it's about speaking the truth. A lot of times in this society, you know, they'll hear a man of God, a prophet, to speak, thus says the Lord. Oh, that's evil, that's hatred, that's fear-mongering. No, those are the words of the Lord. That's who you're going to wish would have warned your ass. Real soon, when this economy clash and all this hell break loose, you're going to wish you would have listened, took heed to the prophets.
Psalms chapter 34, verse 19.
Come on.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous,
Many are the afflictions of the right. Many problems, many tribulations. Come on.
but the Lord delivereth him out of them all.
See that? But the Lord delivered us out of every one of them, out of them all. So that's been 666 tomorrow. With that, I pray you get some understanding. Till next time, shalom.